Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Todd. Alright, so what I have up on the screen currently is obviously just the radar along with the wind direction. I'm going to take the radar off so you can see just the wind direction that is happening. Obviously, you're using Oklahoma right now because we actually have a storm. So even as I zoom out, it'll show the wind direction that is currently going on. Go ahead and end that and turn back on just the radar. As you can tell, it's a pretty sweet radar. You can do the pass, so in the last uh, little bit here, about hour and a half, 2 hours, you'll see how the storm has moved. That is over the plains right now, kicking into Oklahoma a little bit, just kind of giving us a little bit of a nut shot here. The next option would be the future option. Once it loads, it's actually been pretty accurate, at least for this storm, of how it's going to be moving going forward. It goes about an hour into the future, so it's not too far into the future, but it's at least enough, especially Rebecca, Todd, if you guys go chasing and I have it, I can definitely create a video for you and shoot it onto the page or send it to you so that you guys can see where the storm potentially will be going. It's pretty sweet. Then you also have what's called the single site, which pulls from the NOAA towers. So again, I'm going to use Oklahoma's here, are the main one, shall we say. And it'll literally pan around and give you an update every couple of minutes as to what is going on, weather related. Obviously, storm moving. So that is pretty cool. One thing that you can also do is instead of reflectivity, which will show the storm itself, you can go to velocity and you can actually see how the winds are moving in comparison to the radar. So that is something that I say is pretty sweet going on here. So yeah, it's been changing all day. Literally, like it's been just going in a circle of what's red, what's green. It's been crazy. It's like we have one giant tornado over us, except nothing's being sucked up. So you can do that. One of the other things is you notice here the tilt. It goes up and down. It hasn't done too much in my area yet, but what it'll do, it'll actually change how far out it'll go. So as you notice, it'll only capture the area that it is. So the higher the tilt, the less it'll show. Also, it'll only show how high into the sky or how low into the sky. So right now, you're probably just getting a very low. Gotta still mess around with this. 0.6 or the lowest one will give you the largest range along with the most information as well as, I don't know why it's at 0.8. Done and load. If it doesn't load, we'll go on to something else. Yep, so load. You can do this anywhere. I did see some storms out in Grand Rapids area, so I'll go ahead and load that one for you so you can get an idea of what's going on. So as you notice, the storm coming in there. So that's pretty cool. It does give you alerts for based off of where you're at. So currently, where I'm at, which is Nichols Hills, that's the zip code that I'm in. When you select alerts, it gives you kind of a pretty cool thing. It alerts you that there is rain within 0 miles of where I'm at currently, which, it's raining outside. So that's pretty much that. A couple other features that you can do on here, you can even throw in a radar or a range ring. So I can definitely throw this up, which is pretty cool. To show where storms are going and how they are going to be done. A couple more map options there. Then from here, you have just radar. You have a satellite image. You have wind speeds. Literally, it'll come in on a map, just like so, which is pretty cool. I mean, it shows it like temperature. You can even do temperature. And the awesome thing about this is you can do going back in time as well. It's a 12-hour time lapse, so if we know that the temperature is going to drop really quickly, we definitely know that we can get it going as well. so the radar can go. It'll show, Michigan, how it warms up, Oklahoma, everywhere, just showing that. A couple cool things. You can even have fronts on there. So let me get the temperature off. Let me put the storm back on. As you notice, you have the front of what's going on, which is pretty cool. And then you probably also notice this one other thing, the green and blue markers as you see on here. Let me zoom into one. What this will do when you click it, it'll actually give you storm threat information. Sometimes it'll actually have a radar going farther out, and it'll actually list cities and the estimated time of arrival and how far they are from there. On this screen, it'll actually tell you the type of impact that it'll have. From 0 to 10, let me go ahead and select on the tornado, of course, and storm cells potential for tornado damage, 0 being the lowest, 10 to the most extreme. And then just some more information regarding the storm itself, possible hail, different things like that. So just to give some insight on that, haven't messed with the blue one, so let's go ahead and see what the blue one. This is a hail threat, so as you can tell, there's going to be different threats. That was just a storm one previously. This is a hail threat here. Obviously, you see that the numbers have changed. It's 1, 1, different things like that. So just some features. As you can tell, the fronts are on there since I put that feature on. Looking at the whole U.S. Let me see what else we have. And then just other options for watches and warnings. So that's pretty much an overview of it. Since I know I mentioned how awesome this is. This is beyond awesome. As you know, the other one that I use would be the NOAA Radar Pro. On my iPad. Both of these are on my iPad, not on my computer, just to let you know. It's pretty much the same image, except this one actually overlays all the warnings and watches that are going on. And then it also tells me whether, just like the other one showed me snow or rain, it shows me snow or rain, but this one only does past scroll rather than a future scroll or other options as well, such as wind. But this one will also, if I select my location, it'll actually bring up a sidebar as well. So let me actually jump back to this one because I did forget one aspect in the storm. If you go down to the bottom here, you can actually bring up an interactive feature that'll actually talk about today in history, current conditions, hourly. You can even bring up, let's say, temperature if you select that. Give me a second, or it's not gonna. Nope. Ha. There we go. There we go. You can actually see how it's going to be throughout the day and different things like that. Kind of just shows a hour or minute by minute style thing. Close that out. So that's pretty much the overview. So